let's talk about the Sunday slate. Last night, we both picked the New England Patriots to cover by 12.5. They did. The Hammer Dahn boys told us the under was the right bet. That hit as well. Are we seeing the board better than ever? We shall see. Look at DoorDash delivering for everybody on their game days. We appreciate that. We're 1-0 heading into the weekend. Washington Commanders taking on the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 2.5 in Madrid, Spain. 9:30 a.m. kickoff, which is obviously spectacular for ball fans. Gumpy, let's hear it. What are your thoughts? Your favorite in a game. Way to go, dude. Way to go.
Wow.
I don't know if everybody knows this, but Miami actually been adopted as Spain's team. They're going to continue to go.
Why would you do that to a new country?
Well, they're just.
Why
that's
would
how
we
it is.
let that
Where'd
happen?
you hear that, Gump?
That's how it is.
We're
We're going to be going there every year. We gave up a home game to go there this year. This is what's going to happen.
No, but Spain is like a great place. Remember, we've been seeing out of the Espanol following with J.J. Watt. In the morning we drink coffee, in the afternoon it's rum, and then we play soccer and we win. Everyone is Espanol, Espanol. Looky, 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 it's another fucking goal. Yeah, like we like these people, don't we? We like Spain. Why would we place the Dolphins upon them? That's like the kids that are born Jets fans. We watched them last week with Sauce Gardner when he got traded, and they're running around crying, and everybody's like, yo, that's the first of many, kid. Just get used to it. That's kind of what it is. Why are we doing that to Spain? You wouldn't wish this life upon an entire country, would you? Why would you say that?
I mean, if I was a fan in Spain and I just saw what the Dolphins did to the Bills and they're marching into Spain, I'd be happy to them be my squad,
All
you know?
right. 2.5 point favorites. You like that or not?
Yeah, I mean, they love us there. Malik Washington, he's going to score a touchdown. He got a jersey from Fernando Torres, Liverpool Atletico Madrid legend.
Okay. AJ, who do you like? How do you like it?
I'm not going to lie. I've been leaning Dolphins for a while, but you know what? I got to trust my instincts. I'm taking the Commanders on this one.
Wow. Okay.
You can get 3 if you want the Commanders.
I'll take Commanders at +3 then, yeah.
All right, I'll take Commanders +3 as well. Okay, let's go to the next game, shall we? As we move on.
All right.
Chargers versus the Jaguars. Chargers favored by 2.5 going into Duval. Obviously, heartbreak last week for Jacksonville in the end. Chargers starting to find themselves. Anything we need to know about this line, Tone Diggs? 69% on the Chargers we see there.
69% on the Chargers. It is 2.5 or 3, so you get Chargers minus 2.5 or the Jaguars plus the 3. Obviously, we know with the Chargers, they had their offensive line issues as far as injuries are concerned and how PFF feels about them. But other than that, everything is pretty up and up as far as the starters and things like that, as you know.
Travis Hunter, obviously out.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, what's the question for him? Is he a guy? Is he not a guy? Well, the Chargers' defense is certainly problematic. AJ, who do you like? How do you like it?
I have a hard time picking against. I really like this Chargers team, but for whatever reason, I like the Jags here at +3 at home.
Okay, you got the Jags +3. I'll take the Chargers minus 2.5. Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Both these teams, I guess, who knows? More so, Carolina Panthers feel like they could be good. Atlanta Falcons, down, up, down, up. They're like a Catholic church session with the way they kind of go about playing this season. Ty Schmidt, Carolina Panthers, Atlanta Falcons, your immediate lean is what?
I'm going to say Panthers. You know, I know Rico Dowdell is once again a bit banged up, but I think last week was a little bit of an aberration. You know, like the Panthers have been kind of up and down, but the Falcons are just like 1 week, and it really hasn't been like this for a while. Early on in the season, 1 week they looked like world beaters, and then they looked like shit, and then I feel like they've kind of bottomed out in the last few weeks, so I like the Panthers.
Something we need to think about, too, as the Falcons continue to play against the Panthers is the Rams have the Falcons' first-round pick. So right now the Rams have a top 10 pick in the NFL draft, and they're also a Super Bowl favorite. So the Falcons are either going to really screw the entire NFC by sucking and then giving the Rams a top 10 pick, letting them get a great player and or their future at quarterback. So, you know, Atlanta might need to pick it up a little bit here. We're gonna need you here. Yeah, they're 10th right now. A loss to the Panthers would not be good because I don't think their schedule is too favorable.
certainly in play to potentially get a top 5 pick. I mean, depending upon what the rest of the year looks like. I think there's going to be some draft conversation on the show tomorrow. I'm happy that we got that list in there. Who do you like? How do you like it, Gumsh?
I like the Falcons just because they're at home. They seem to show up at home, and they lost 30-0 away to the Panthers. Maybe a little revenge here.
AJ, who do you like?
I like the Falcons here as well. I mean, 3.5 feels like a lot, but I will take the Falcons at home. I think Raheem Morris, he sees those comments being made about his job and his job security. He wants to make sure he gets a win and shuts that up.
Okay, can I get 4 or 4.5 on this, or is it just 3.5?
3.5 across the board.
Is Dowdle not playing? Is that what you said?
He's banged up, but I think all indications are that he should be able to go, but it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I'll take the Carolina Panthers plus 3.5.
Yeah, post Germany,
Steelers
1
on
o'clock
this.
game.
True.
Hey,
Ooh,
That's tough for Atlanta.
overtime game. Yeah, good point.
Overtime Germany game.
Second flight out, we've learned.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just saw them play good against the Colts.
How much do they have left in that tank?
Colts kind of bottled
Yeah,
up
give me-
Bijan, though.
Raheem Morris knows too now. Like, dude, if I don't win, freaking Matt LaFleur's the coach.
Turnoff says it. Gotta happen.
Done deal.
All right, give me the. I'll take the Panthers. I'll take the Panthers plus 3.5. And on this field right behind us, the Cincinnati Bengals will be traveling to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, it'll come one day after Notre Dame Pitt on this exact same field that has certainly been questioned before. So look for it to be a little bit of a mutter on Sunday. Who does that help? Who does that hurt? 4.5 is the current spread, with the Steelers being the favorite. Tone Diggs, what should we be thinking in this? As 66% of the bets are on the Cincinnati Bengals plus 4.5.
Yes, everybody loves the Bengals. I saw for the Bengals, Shamar Stewart is out as well as Trey Hendrickson, so neither of those guys will be back for the defense that has not been great so far. Steelers in 1 o'clock window, right where we want them, and we already blew a primetime game against the Bengals this year, so we already got that out of the way, so I'm actually feeling pretty good about this one.
Connor, man, I'm sorry. Connor, what is the story? Joe Burrow has been practicing the last few days. Doesn't mean he's playing, but just means he's back to potentially playing. Is that the story we're getting?
Yeah, bingo. 3 straight days of practice for Joe Burrow. He's already been designated to return off the IR, so his window's open. It's looking like it's not going to be this week, but it seems as though next week that he might practice. I mean, play rather. If you do 3 straight, if he's doing stuff like this on a turf toe, he must be pretty healthy. Everything we heard from Jason Glazer kind of indicates that he is feeling good, and he attacked his rehab. Kind of butchered that, but whatever. But so I would assume that the vibes, at least in the Bengals, are pretty good, and they know, hey, if we win one of these next 3 at least, and then Burrow comes back, then they got a
Why
shot.
is he wearing green sweats? Why is he wearing green sweats? What's going on out there?
What kind of sweats are the other guys wearing?
Black.
Those team issued?
Everybody. Black.
Why is he running like that?
Black.
We had turf toe surgery.
Look at Joey Flack moving.
Yeah, why is he wearing green?
I don't know. I don't like that at all.
He's a fashion guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He's got that pizzazz.
At least they're not super baggy, though.
Yeah, I don't care. This is, what are we?
It is kind of weird.
Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers, whatever. I don't like that that's happening. I don't like that. I don't know. That's not how I. Man, I just feel
A lot
like
of
I
coaches
learned
would send you
something.
back in. A lot of coaches would send you back in and get your team issue on.
Cincy.
It seems like such a small detail, but I feel like I just learned a lot about Joey Burrow and the Bengals right there, AJ. Like, legitimately, I feel like I just learned a lot about it over there.
Yeah.
Just by the color of the sweatpants. And people are going to say that's ridiculous and absurd for me to say. I get it. You've never been a part of an NFL team either. But, like, that's a decision and a choice, and then everybody else sees it as well. I don't know if I like that at all. And I love Joey Burrow. Yeah. I feel like I'm one of his biggest fans, actually. Mm-hmm. Give me the Steelers. If that's allowed to be happening over there, they obviously got everything out of control.
I'm sure Zach Taylor put the hammer down, though, after he saw that.
Yeah, he might have actually put the pants in his locker for him to wear. He need to be dressing different to everybody else. Because he is, by the way. Joey Burrow is different than everybody else. Flacco's certainly been great. This Pittsburgh Steelers defense, throughout the entirety of the season hasn't been fantastic, but as of the last couple of weeks, they've been much better. Mm-hmm. Will Joey Flack get the Pittsburgh Steelers back-to-back as a Cincinnati Bengals quarterback? I don't think so. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers minus 4.5 here at Acrisure Stadium. What are your thoughts, AJ?
Yeah, I'm going to go Steelers minus 4.5 at home. I feel like the Steelers have to find a way to double Jamar this game or whatever. Remember last time they
not
played?
have
Like,
the same game plan.
It was a Jamar show for no doubt. He's going to get his, but
wearing?
maybe they won't give him 12 or 14 catches.
Why is he wearing
Someone might have poured hot coffee or something on his original pants, his black one,
been.
right as they were going out to practice.
Yeah, but they're black sweats, so you can have coffee.
But it's probably hot. He's like, God, it's hot all over my dong area. Like, I got to change.
Oh, okay, too hot.
There's the Bengals logo.
Then it'll be too cold. Maybe it'll be too cold because once you get hot coffee on your dong area, it's hot.
Yeah.
You go outside.
Now he's sick all of a sudden.
Icy cold.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe
Never recover.
but maybe it was mayonnaise too, dropping out of one of these Rudy sub sandwiches he was eating. And anytime you get mayonnaise on the groin area, especially with black sweats, everybody automatically assumes this guy's got cum on his face.
Yep.
So maybe that's what happened. Maybe
That's a
it was
good point.
mayonnaise.
That's true. Imagine this conversation if he
don't
was
know.
running with white mayonnaise all over his dong area. Pat, you would be really
Yeah, maybe they were a gift.
So I was excited to be back playing ball.
And the Bengals don't want that to be the narrative
No.
about the entire thing, and neither does Joe. Okay, so I get it now. All right, I didn't even think about that being an outcome. I'm happy we kind of worked it through. He dropped mayonnaise on his pants. We've all been there. People judge you. He said, give me the green sweats, even though everybody else is wearing black sweats. That's Joey B football. Okay, we appreciate him doing that. And Justin, seems like we all like the Steelers. Let's go. Houston Texans, favored by 5.5, headed into the team that has the projected #1 overall pick again. The Tennessee Titans. Anything we need to know about this one, Tone?
Titans coming off of a bye. We all know how good Coach McCoy is off of the bye.
Fresh legs.
And then C.J. Stroud is still out with a concussion, so we will have Davis Dougie Mills starting again on the road for the Texans.
26 zip in the fourth, right, for the Houston Texans. That's what they're coming off. So what that sounds like to me is Dougie Mills figured it out. And Dougie Mills going to Music City, I think he's about to sing quite a tune.
Yeah.
I like the Houston Texans -5 if I can get it.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
A -5 Houston Texans in Nashville, even though I love that city. Go ahead, AJ.
I'm going to take the Houston Texans -5. I think old Davis Dougie Mills showed us some stuff
Yeah, he
last
did.
week. I think he's going to continue
Always
to ride
does.
that heater.
Yeah, I was about to say, not just last week.
Every
Dougie's
time he
been
gets
putting
the
tape
ball
on.
in his
He can play.
hands.
We like him.
I love Dougie Mills. He should be starting for an NFL team.
Well, he
Yes.
is. He's got
Full time. Maybe not
Oh.
my team, but somebody's.
How many teams you got?
you guys would fucking love to have.
Oh, my God.
Tua's spinning it right now.
I understand he's spinning it, but for the good of Spain in their football fanhood,
Spain would love Dougie Mills.
Yeah, Dougie Mills' neck in Spain. They might try and keep him there.
Ooh. All right, let's go to the next game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Buffalo Bills. J.J. Watt is on the call. Both these teams coming off a loss. 63% of the bets are on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting 6.5, or can they get even more?
No, it's actually, I'm seeing 5.5s across the board, and there's 1-6 out there now.
Okay, so now it's down to 6, I guess, is what you
Yeah.
get if you
Yes.
like the Buffalo Bills. AJ, your thoughts on how the game's going to go?
Man, the Buffalo Bills I was picking them to win the Super Bowl before the season. I still don't count that out, but I like the Tampa Bay Bucks here coming off a loss, getting six and a half.
You get 6.
Sick. Yeah, Bucky Irving is out. Chris Godwin is out. I believe Hassan Reddick
Man.
is also out. I'm not sure about Anthony Nelson, the player who got one of BA's balls a few weeks back for his performance against the Saints. And then Dalton Kincaid also did not practice yesterday. Yeah, there it is.
Jeez.
He is out. Another D lineman for them, Fedarian Mathis. Unbelievable spelling. He not playing is actually huge because they are so banged up on the D line for Buffalo.
Okay, so I like the Buffalo Bills. -5 is what I heard I can get. AJ, who are you on?
I'm on the Tampa Bay Bucks here at what?
+6.
+6. Okay.
Okay, Green Bay Packers, fresh off a great performance, taking on the New York Giants, favored by 7.5 at MetLife. 63% of the bets are on the Green Bay Packers. Ty Schmidt, doesn't sound like you've been as optimistic about the Green Bay Packers long term, but 7.5-point favorites on the road with 63% of the people betting on them. Feels like the rest of the world likes Green Bay this weekend. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there is a part of me that thinks this could be like the Jameis coming out party where he throws for a bunch of touchdowns and a bunch of yards. But we were talking before the show, and Connor mentioned, in the wake of Travion Henderson having that 3-touchdown game last night, BA saying how rookies basically just need to be ready to go like right now. The Packers, I think, expected a lot of Matthew Golden. He didn't play last week, but he's a guy they need to get going this week big time. Ever since Tucker Kraft got hurt, they haven't really been able to run the ball. Like, they need Matthew Golden. I kind of expect him to have a big game. And yeah, I think this is a good bounce back spot for the Packers because everyone is kind of, potentially exaggerating their demise pretty early here.
AJ, who do you like?
I like the Packers here. I think, Jameis might have a little bit of magic in him, but I like what this Packers defense is able to do, and hopefully the offense finds a way to get going.
6.5.
Okay,
I will take
6.5
the
for
Packers
sure.
at -6.5 alongside AJ Hawk. Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, NFC North battle. 61% of the money is on the Chicago Bears heading into J.J. McCarthy's world. I'm sorry, Nine's world there. 9 is favored by 2.5. What am I not seeing here, Ty Schmidt?
Bears defense is very, very, very banged up.
Yeah, they just announced T.J. Edwards in the middle. He's their leader on defense. He's their middle linebacker. He is out on Sunday.
JJ's going to get a win, and he just feels like that's who JJ McCarthy is.
Already beat the Bears once in Chicago.
That was his coming out party.
Yeah, that's what. That's what.
Yeah.
12 of 20.
That's when 9 was born, if you will.
Yeah.
No, 9's been there, brother. 9's won a national championship. 9 was on the bench last year getting rehabilitation, but it was always down in there. And it's all about controlling 9 so we can keep the competitive stamina and the spirit throughout all 4 quarters. How do you keep 9 on track? Well, if 9 wins more games, people are going to have to respect 9 and JJ for the time that he does on a football field. I guess I'll take the Minnesota Vikings -2.5, even though I don't love it at all. I love Ben Johnson. I'd love to hear good, better, best, never let it rest, and do good is better and better is best, because I love that quote personally. I've certainly known it for a long, long time. No, fuck that. Give me the Bears.
Yeah.
Bears.
Also, for the Vikings,
What happens?
T.J. Edwards being out for the Bears, big deal. Jonathan Grenard hasn't practiced this week for the Vikings, so not sure if he's going to be good to go.
I just thought of no, the Chicago Bears stole that one last week. Give me the Vikings. I'm going to take the Vikings -2.5. I'm going to take the Vikings -2.5. Still believe in the Bears long term, but I like the Vikings this weekend to win that game. What do you think, AJ?
I'm kind of with you. I mean, you're waffling back and forth. Got me thinking for sure, but I was leaning Vikings early. I'm going to stick with it. Vikings -2.5 at home.
This is a good football game. This is a good football game. We like that this football game is having a lot of them across the slate, including the San Francisco 49ers of Brock Purdy, I do believe, favored by 2.5, flying into beautiful Phoenix, Arizona to be taking on the Arizona Cardinals. 72% of the money is on the San Francisco 49ers, and Brock Purdy will return as the San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback versus Cardinals. Kyle Shanahan told the 49ers game plan, which is a great show. We love 49ers game plan.
Oh, yeah.
We turn that show on every week. And because of the YouTube ESPN dispute, we've actually had to find different ways to watch 49ers game plan. And we've certainly been able to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge our way to being able to hear the 49ers game plan show, because that one's the fucking show, isn't it, not, Gumpy?
Especially with Shanahan. Always gets
when
on
he
the
stops
mic.
by, he always says something.
It's good ball talk.
He's got such a good flat bill on. He always looks cool. And he says Brock Purdy is our quarterback. I think Brock Purdy crushes this weekend. Give me the San Francisco 49ers -2.5, AJ.
Yep, give me the San Francisco 49ers as well. Brock Purdy, I think he's been. Can you imagine how the pent-up energy this dude has to get back in the field? He's heard Con Man say that Mac's taking his gig. And he's not going to have a job anymore, so he's ready to get out there and show us that he's still the man.
Somebody's playing drums on the microphone. If you could stop doing that, that'd be great. You're blowing out my eardrums. The Seattle Seahawks are taking on the L.A. Rams. 75% of the bets are on the Seattle Seahawks. That's wild to think about, as the Rams are favored by 3.5, and they're going to be in their midnight mode jerseys. Matthew Stafford's going to look so damn cool. I cannot wait to see how that turns out in SoFi. 4 o'clock slate, absolutely loaded this week, we feel. Seattle Seahawks, one of the best teams in ball. 75% of the money on the Seattle Seahawks. Is it +3.5, +4? What is the most we can get, Tone?
Yeah, you can get the most you could get if you want the Seahawks is +3.5 or -3 for the Rams.
Okay, so give me +3.5 Seattle Seahawks. LA Rams might win the game. This is a twofer. I don't want to put it on the official record.
Love that.
Okay.
No, never mind. Completely forget what I just said. Seattle Seahawks +3.5. I like where they're at. I like where they're at a lot. I don't know who wins, but I like the Seattle Seahawks +3.5. I think this is a road game. McDonald on the road has been damn near unstoppable. And, I think this is a big one for Sam Darnold to continue to be Sam Darnold of now as opposed to Sam Darnold of yesteryear. AJ, who do you like? How do you like it?
Man, this is a tough one, too, when you think about me. The Seattle defense scored twice last week. I like the Rams here. I can get the Rams at -3, Tone? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the Rams at home. What are they called again? What's their dark uniforms?
Midnight Mode.
I like Midnight Mode. Midnight Mode, Matthew Stafford. He stays on track to win the MVP, possibly. Give me the Rams.
Okay, there's a chance both get. Con man, you were going to say something, I think, before I cut you off?
No, all good. Not at all. But Sam Darnold, I think they were talking about it earlier on the broadcast TV, whatever the fuck. It's kind of a redemption day game for Darnold. Last time the Vikings, when he was with the Vikings, they went and played the Rams. He got absolutely shit kicked. So they were talking about that angle. Also for the Seattle Seahawks, now the second week with Rashid Shaheed in the lineup. So their offense probably going to be firing on a much higher cylinder. And, of course, the Cooper Kupp return. We talked about it yesterday. That's seemingly a big deal. Puka Nacua is already like, I can't wait to see Cooper Kupp. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. So he might not be thinking about ball, man.
Nine and Dime podcast. Hopefully he has another episode maybe before the game with Stafford and Kupp. 75% of the money on Seattle is crazy. Congrats to the Seahawks. Getting some respect. That's what that says to me. Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. Chiefs favored by 3.5 with 58% of the money. Gumpy, your first thoughts on this line?
This feels like the Chiefs. AFC West, Broncos at the top right now. This is still the Chiefs division, and I think they show it in a big way. Broncos kind of been skating by lately. They've been winning games, but they've been tight. I don't think they can do that this week.
AJ, your thoughts on what Gumpy just said and how you see this game going?
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I completely agree with Gump. I kind of have the same thought when I think about it. Can I get him at -3? And I don't mean I hate to say it. As you were saying it, though, Gump, I was just co-signing every single statement you had. Give me the Chiefs on this one.
Is it -3 or is it -3.5 across the board?
It's 3.5 or 4. So if you wanted the Broncos, you get 4.
Okay, I'll take the Chiefs -3.5. Okay. You know what? -4, actually. Give me the Chiefs -4.
Okay, I'll take that.
No,
Actually, no, I don't want that.
Don't do it. I would take that half point, please.
Yes.
I just got over 500 for the first time last week. Ravens, Browns. Ravens favored by 7.5 with 78% of the vote. Yep. I'll run it as well. Give me the Baltimore Ravens -7.5 in Cleveland. I like Dylan Gabriel, though. I don't think he's bad. And that's kind of quietly not been a story anymore. Because until Dylan Gabriel plays full ass cheeks, which is definitely going to come, maybe this game, maybe the Baltimore Ravens defense can fully click and confuse the young quarterback. But I see him spinning it, making good decisions, and it's not really a conversation. So good for Dylan Gabriel, good for them and all of it. But Ravens are on a comeback revenge tour after starting the season like absolute bums. Sportsbooks had them as the favorites in the AFC North, even whenever they only won one game in the first 6 or whatever the case was. That's because they know what they have. 78% of the money doesn't scare me because it's already hit this season at 80% rate. Give me the Ravens -7.5. I love what they're about to do in Cleveland.
Man, see, Lamar he missed one practice with just a sore knee, but they said he's fine. He's full go. He will be okay on Sunday. You know what? For whatever reason, I like the Browns here. I think the Browns find a way. Their defense finds a way to keep this game close. So give me the Browns +7.5.
What do you guys think about the situation with the quarterback, Pat? Because I agree with what you said, especially after the Patriots played the Browns. Dylan Gabriel is solid. He is a good quarterback. He'll be in the NFL for a while. But at what point do you think that they say, okay, we've seen Dylan. He's great. We can, have him be our guy. Do you think there's a time where this season where it's like, let's just put Shador out there just to at least see? Because say he goes and plays really well, then he could be a trade piece, or Dylan Gabriel could be a trade piece. Do you think that's a possibility at some point?
Well, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe Shador could play for the Plum Mustangs. We'd certainly love it. But fifth round draft pick rookie, 3rd round draft pick rookie. If they think Dylan Gabriel is their guy for the future, they should give him more reps, right? That's kind of the balance. If you think he's the guy, you should give him more reps. Backup quarterbacks aren't getting a lot of reps in practice because the starting quarterback is who they want to go with. So if we do want to get a look at Shador, I love it. I certainly wouldn't mind watching Shador Sanders play football in the NFL again. Certainly would enjoy that. Or watch him play football just in general. But if Dylan Gabriel is your guy, more reps the better. That is what we're trying to get in this entire thing. Now, I think, do they think long-term Dylan's the guy? Do they think he's not? I think they're probably trying to figure that out. But that's why the conversation is what it is whenever they draft him in the 3rd round, then they draft Shador in the 5th round, then they bring in Kenny Pickett, they bring in Joe Flacco. It's like, how are you going to be able to manage it all? And what if you do find a guy is everybody else going to be able to find? Well, we're going to trade Joe. We're going to get Kenny out of here. And then we're going to play Dylan Gabriel. And then Shador, is he the backup? Well, we'll see. It's like, all right, well, you're going to piss off everybody. That is It's an interesting dynamic, but if Dillon's your guy, I think you got to give him reps. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying if he is, the more the better, AJ. That is kind of how I would view it if I was on the team.
Yeah, and the fact that they draft him in the third round, they want him to be the guy. So, yeah, he needs to get every single possible look he can in practice and the game. So, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think so. Now, granted, to your point, though, Connor, like, can we just get a look at this guy? Like, you guys.
I would like a look at Shador. You're right. It would be good to see him in real game action.
Even if you even if they say to Dillon, "Hey, you are our guy," but we're just going to give Shador a game. And I'm
then
not
he goes
saying
and throws 4 touchdowns, and he's not.
Yeah, not mid-season, end of the year.
Yeah.
But if
Still
they,
got Deshaun Watson too.
oh yeah,
Is
Might
he
come
back?
back. He
He's
could.
still- he's
At some point, he's
on
out.
comeback trail.
At some point this year, he will be healthy enough to play, won't he?
I don't know.
That's what
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll see.
But Connor, I just think if they think Dillon's their guy, reps.
Yeah.
We need as many as possible. Like every situation is good situation because it's a situation and he needs more situations. Like that is how, if they think he's the guy. If they don't think he's the guy, why not try to see what Shador's got? Like that is certainly something a lot of us would like to see, but that all comes down to what they think is actually going to be the future there.
Yeah, that's just what I thought about watching the Jets because as you're watching them, it's like, okay, this team's nowhere close. But what happens if they get a quarterback, and then you just start going through the draft and what draft pick they'll have and stuff, and then you start thinking like, shit, there are guys out there who like Shador who haven't had an opportunity. Like, do you take a flyer on one of those guys and try and pull him out? Do the Browns even trade a Shador? But yeah, it's just a crazy situation.
Very crazy situation, and obviously all those teams could have drafted Shador.
Yeah.
Baltimore wanted to draft Shador, and then they were told no because they didn't want, the potential sit behind Lamar, even though Lamar may be an incredible guy to sit behind and learn from. But now there's Cleveland. We'll see how it all works out. We would like to see Shador play football, but also we'd like the Cleveland Browns to make good football decisions for their team, which I think Cleveland Browns fans say, ha! Yeah, right. That's not how it goes around here. Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles, Sunday Night Football. Thank God we got a banger.
Yep.
Because we're actually going to be waiting all day for Sunday night. Jared Goff and Gibbs going to Philly fights. Jalen Hurts and Sirianni with A.J. Brown saying, "Where's the ball for me?" So they got a lot. They got a lot going on in Philadelphia. Always. They were able to win a Super Bowl with always having drama somehow. Like, hey, don't have distractions. Don't have drama. Don't have negative vibes. Philadelphia's like, yeah, right, brother. We're going to have it every day, all the time. We're going to win games and people are going to be pissed off, including our own fans. They're going to call for our head coach's job after we're fucking 6-1. They're going to say, we need this guy out of here. Then we're going to go on to win a Super Bowl somehow. And then on the flip side, the Detroit Lions, they've completely saved an entire city of football fandom by having some greatness with MCDC, who's not scared to be a tough guy, and Jared Goff, who's resurrected his career from being a guy who was kicked out of the city of stars to a guy whose name is chanted all around Detroit Rock City. Who wins? How do they win? Is there any different lines, Tone Diggs? And 82% of the public bets riding with the Lions plus 2.5.
There are no other lines. It is 2.5 across the board. And then when you look at injuries, Lions, Terrion Arnold, Kirby Joseph, and Sam Laporta did not practice. Lane Johnson did practice for the Eagles. So that's your injury report for the game.
Foxy, 82% of the people are betting on your team. Congratulations being at this point of life. How do you feel getting 2.5 points in Philadelphia on Sunday night?
I love it. Got a quick stat for you. Jared Goff, 22-10 against the spread as an underdog with the Detroit Lions. I assume that's why 82% of the people are riding with the Detroit Lions. Like you mentioned, the Eagles are kind of a mess right now. The media, at least, is making it that way, which as a fan of the Lions, I actually don't like, because that means I think they could come in, rally and make this a really good game. But I like where the Lions sit. I like where MCDC sits calling plays. So we'll see how this goes. This is a big, big test for our Lions.
Oh, I forgot about Four Eyes MCDC back behind the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Gumpy, your thoughts on this game here?
I love the Lions, but it reeks. It smells like a square dog a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles win, but I would, as a betting man, I would like the Lions on the points.
82% of the bets plus 2.5 for the Detroit Lions is what he is referring to as stinky. AJ, who do you like? How do you like it?
I mean, Dan Campbell calling plays. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff, I have to go with them. Give me the Lions plus 2.5.
Hook, line, and sinker. I'm going with the Lions as well. Hey, you got us, sports books. Exactly what you wanted us to do. We did it. Okay, congratulations. They might be running closed Sicilian against us. You know, it's great to have this Plum football hoodie on. It's great to be back in the city of Pittsburgh.